Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Extreme Z Awakening for Strength Vegito Super Saiyan God, or otherwise known as Super Saiyan God SS Vegito, the free-to-play LR who recently got his Extreme Z Awakening. Obviously super duper awesome for him to get his Extreme Z Awakening. Something that is obviously really great, and we finally got the final step recently, so all looking pretty good. So yeah, overall really cool. So just to recap his passive, and we'll go through everything that's changed. He's now 120% superclass lead, which is pretty good for a free-to-play unit, and covering all of the superclass units is also really quite solid. If I can speak, honestly, it's pretty damn good. So yeah, really nice stuff. Then in terms of his passive skill, he has attack and defense of 100% plus an additional attack and defense of 10% with each super attack performed up to 50%. He raises ki by up to 10 based on your HP and has a medium chance of ki plus 5. He also launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when performing an ultra super attack. Also pretty good stuff. Plus an additional key of 2 and disables the enemy's guard when there's another future saga category ally in the team. So all pretty good stuff. I think most players will have a pretty decent time using him as a unit. Then of course we have his super attack effect, which is raises attack and defense and causes colossal damage to the enemy on his 12 key, and then greatly raises attack and defense on his 18 key. In terms of his links, he's got Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Power Bestowed by Battle, Prepared for Battle, Fused Fighter, Sharing the Limit, and Legendary Power. And he's on the Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Battle of Wits, Final Trump Card, Fused Fighters, Future Saga, Patara, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Realm of the Gods, Time Limit, and Time Travelers teams. Pretty solid stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be trying him out on a Battle of Wits slash kind of Majin Buu Saga team. Not that I think this is his best team, but I think it's a pretty fun team to run him on. So I will definitely be running him on that. And then yeah, we'll be taking a look at him overall as a unit. So for me, I think he looks really solid. I'm just going to put it out there that I think he's a really cool, interesting unit. I think he's great, and I think he's going to really help a lot of players out. In terms of everything else, I think as a unit he looks really pretty decent. Only real issue is his link set's a tad wonky. It's not bad per se, but it is a little bit wonky. Like, it's not necessarily the absolute greatest in terms of link set, but it is relatively decent. It could be better, but it could also be a lot worse, which I think a lot of people can appreciate. The main thing is that as a unit, I think he's got a versatile link set, if not the world's craziest link set. But 2.7 million on the 12 key, very nice attack stat on the 18 key. The one nice thing is they did change him. So originally he didn't have the part of his passive which gives him a high chance, high chance of another super attack when he launches an ultra super attack. This really irritated a lot of players. The main reason being was that, quite frankly, it was a little bit irritating, to essentially have like this unit that everyone had to kind of build into additionals, which was a little bit of a waste when it came to the unit, because stacking was his main thing. Hitting his 18 key only raised his defense so much, and so without the stacking, he really wasn't doing too great. So it was really good, I think, of them to do that change. A lot of people appreciated it a lot, and he definitely looks a lot better for it. Now he can stack very reliably, whilst also giving you the ability to get his 18 key. Before, if you wanted him to stack, you basically would just have to only get his 12 key and then pray for additionals. But now you can grab his 18 key and have a pretty decent time without really having to get too into the nitty-gritty of hitting only 12 keys all the time, which I think for me is really good. I think it's great, and I think it helps out the character a lot. He's definitely much more improved because of it. So yeah, so far so good. He's looking really solid. Attack stats are looking super nice. We don't have like the world's craziest setup for him. Yeah, it's not like he's got 1,000 links active or anything like that. But he's looking pretty good. He definitely has support on the rotation. You can see the reliability of those, additional attacks, which I think a lot of people are enjoying and are going to enjoy. And yeah, for me, I really like him. I think they did his EZA perfectly. I think he's a great unit, great free-to-play unit as well. He's really going to help out so many players that are starting the game. And players who work through the quest mode will be able to now get Vegito pretty much free. There's no real effort barring just a couple of runs of quest mode, and quest mode is not distinctly hard, so it's actually really impressive how how easy it is to get a unit of Vegito's caliber. And I think getting Vegito can really help a lot of new players really get into the game. So for one, I'm very impressed with Vegito. I mean, if we look at his defense now, it's still not a lot of links active. Unfortunately, we need Super Saiyan Vegito for that. But yeah, over 300k defense, really not too far into the event. And yeah, quite frankly, he's stacked just off of his secondary attacks. So that's all pretty good. Only thing, so build-wise, I build him into crit. I think it's the best way to build him, since you can manifest his secondary attacks. For faster stacking, it would be better to build him additional, and essentially build him additional and then, how can I say it? Build him additional and then get only his 12 key. So you build him full additional, get his 12 key, and then hope that he fires a second additional out of the hidden potential system. This will make him stack faster, which will make him better defensively. I don't think it's necessary though. There's very few events where that situation is obviously going to be better. Things like the Cell Max event, where doing less damage whilst also stacking faster is going to be better in the long run. However, I don't think you should build him for that. Build him for the fact that you're going to manifest his additional attack off of his 18 key as your main method of stacking. Not only are you going to just have a better time overall, but you're also going to get him to do a lot more in the long run. And with the fact that he can hit such decent attack stats, I really feel like it's a much better use of him as a unit. So here we've got him on, now this is just more a kind of Patara Realm of the Gods hybrid team. Honestly speaking, you can run him on any team. The main thing is you're only ever really going to get a max of 4 links active with his best partners. So his best partners are like Super Saiyan Vegitos, Super Saiyan Vegitos are his best. Kefla is also a good linking partner for him. The main thing is that obviously you want that Super Saiyan link active, and you can't link him with other blue Vegitos. So you either need to link him with Super Saiyan Vegito, which is fine, or you have to link him with a transforming Vegito. So for example, you need to link him with the transforming tech Vegito, who also shares only 4 links with him, because Vegito is a free-to-play unit, so he has links like Shattering the Limit. So that is a little bit of a hindrance. It's not crazy, it's not like it's going to make him terrible or anything like that, but it is definitely something that I would just say take note. Be aware that this is essentially how you kind of want to run with him. But yeah, of course, I think personally speaking, he is a great unit. I really like what he's bringing to the table, and I think he's simplistic. He is straightforward. Get his additional attack off of his 18 key, super duper solid. Get his attacks off of his stacking, and he's all good. Very simple unit and great. I think the versatile link set's helpful. Obviously, for some players, they're not going to enjoy the whole notion of okay, he's got this link set, it's not the greatest, you can't get 6 links with someone. That's okay. You don't need every unit to get 6 links. His links, in perspective, don't link level that much or provide an insane amount to him. It's not like he's Metal Cooler or Strength Cooler, where his link set is absolutely necessary for him to get good results. He will look good with only 2 or 3 links active. He's relying a lot on his stats, he's relying a lot on other mechanics of him to really get those good results. You don't need to get crazy numbers of links to make this guy shine. This guy's gonna shine like without it, which I think is what is part of what makes him so good, at least for me. So yeah, like warrior guards, you don't get that much. You get 5% super attack, Super Saiyan 5%, prepared for battle, a little bit of defense, sharing the limit, a little bit of defense, fused fighter, a little bit of defense and attack. Like if you combine all of the defense and attacks that you get, link leveling all of his links will give you 15% defense and 30% attack, which isn't bad, but it's not crazy. You get all of that from start of turn, from just big bad bosses being leveled on other suitable units. So it's not like you gain a huge amount comparatively. Obviously it's still notable, but you still will get stuff like fused fighter on a Patara team. You will get stuff like prepared for battle pretty commonly. You will get stuff like sharing the limit pretty decently as well. So it's really not too bad. Like I said, if you want to kind of focus on him as a link based unit, the only major ones you need to really make him pop off are things like prepared for battle or shattering the limit. Shattering the limit being the more free to play orientated of the links, obviously. So shattering the limit, prepared for battle, all good, all fine. And then of course you also have links like Power Bestowed by God, which is more of a Patara slash Majin Buu Saga kind of link, and it will just a Patara based link really. And then Fused Fighter, which is obviously great on Fused Warriors, great link for that. Nothing wrong with that link. It's just more if you're running the Patara team. So yeah, really more than fine. Warrior Gods is probably his weirdest link. You can get it on some Realm of the Gods teams, but it's not really a priority. It's not a huge link, doesn't give you a massive amount, so it's probably the one you can forego the most. And then obviously being not a summonable unit, he doesn't have Fierce Battle, which is maybe his only hindrance, because not having Fierce Battle is a little bit of a limit to the unit. Obviously, just strictly speaking, it can give, like, it's a generic attack link shared across every Dokkan Awakened unit, so not having it is a little bit of a hindrance, but it's not too much of a problem. You're not going to lose your mind because you don't have it. You're just not really going to be able to kind of get those generic links that most Dokkan Awakened units would get. But yeah, I think overall he's a pretty good unit. I personally like him a lot, like his EZA a lot. Is he going to help you crush Cell Max? No, but he's definitely a unit that could be usable in Red Zone. I think he'll look good there. As long as he can get his stacks off, he'll look good there. He'll elevate a couple teams. He's on a nice amount of categories. He's definitely powerful. He can do all sorts of content from SBR, ESBR, LGE, GT, just tons of it. And like I said, one day when this transforming Vegeta gets his EZA, he's gonna look really decent alongside him. 4 links between the two of them is really solid. And yeah, I don't know, for me, really quite happy with his overall performance. So yeah, that's basically it from me. Don't think there's anything else that we need to focus on. I think we've covered pretty much the basics in terms of like what we need from good old Vegito. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and bye.